Hello, my name is Justin Stagg, and this is my video log assignment for the New Student Dialogue section of the Clemson Connect Library 100 quiz. The New Student Dialogue session that I attended was the intersection between religion and spirituality, facilitated by Javante Henderson and a Miss Alana. Now, the reason that I chose this topic was because I had a good bit of previous thought into the religion aspect. The way that I had defined religion before was a grouping of people with like-minded ideas or faith, and spirituality was inherently a person's individual belief. Now, this, this was ultimately a bit different than what most people had come to think of the two terms. Many other people use them synonymously. Many other people thought that spirituality was more of more of an outgoingness, more of an outgoing part of religion. And quite a few times I found myself on a different side of the fence than everyone else. In an activity we had where we would stand on either the side of spirituality, religion, or a neutral zone. 3 out of 4 times, I found myself standing alone on one side of the room. I never chose neutral for one of the one of the choices, but it seems that even aside from that, many other people thought differently. However, many those people have indeed put their own thought into the subject themselves, and I find that refreshing to see that there are many other people who decide to put their own thought and come up to their own solutions with these questions. Um, very different than from what my high school life was like, and I find that to be a blessing for the campus. The facilitators, Javante and Alana, ran the dialogue exceptionally well, with multiple icebreakers and activities to lead us from point to point into the final definition of the new student dialogue session. And I find that was a wonderful technique for getting us to slowly come to understand for ourselves what religion and spirituality were, which the final answer was that everybody has their own definition of it. And because of that, I had already realized this in my thoughts on a few things, that everybody, based on what they've gone through, have different definitions of different things, and this is just one of those things. In a sense, it confirmed my my belief that everyone has their own individuality when it comes to the religion and spirituality aspect. And in another, I'm I haven't quite figured out how to put this into words yet, but there's definitely more to be sought through this. Even though there's not a concrete definition for religion versus spirituality, there's definitely a more solid answer. I think everybody has their own individual perspectives on this. Um, Many others participated with the same fervor that I did. Quite a few people, and even one other person was on at least two out of the 4 questions described previously. They were on the side of the room by themselves as well. I was on the opposite side of the room, but they were adamant in what they had believed in thus far, and they were willing to step out of the crowd in order to challenge what they thought was right. Um, Overall, this didn't have much of an effect on my personal belief about spirituality versus religion, but it definitely helped me to see that there are many other people with many different beliefs, and no matter how different those beliefs may be, those beliefs do come together and help us to come together. Even though they might differ, they are on the same subject. It provides a talking point, provides discussion, and ultimately that would provide kinship. That would provide camaraderie, and that's just something that not many people really go for today. And it's ultimately that's going to be a bad thing down the road when people don't talk for fear of being rejected. My name is Jackson with Nathaniel Stagg, and this concludes my New Student Dialogue blog for the 2011 fall semester.